And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for today's non-conference softball game between the Murray County Central Rebels and the Lakeview Lakers. I'm Phil Ullum. I'm here with Michael Roush. Mike, how's it going today?
Not too bad. It's a little chilly out here, but the sun is shining and good day for some softball.
Yeah, Bakers can't be choosy with this spring, no doubt.
Nope, it's been few and far between that the sun's been shining and it's not 50-mile-an-hour winds, that's for sure.
I would say this is probably our best day so far.
Yep.
Temperatures coming in at 43 degrees with a 4-mile-an-hour wind out of the north-northeast. So weather should not be really a factor in this game, I wouldn't say.
No, the only thing would be the sun probably a little bit for some of the position players on fly balls, but
Right.
other than that, shouldn't have to deal with any tough fly balls with wind aided by any means.
Correct. All right, let's look at the start off with the starting lineup for the Rebels. They come in today's game with a record of 3-2. They defeated Redwood Falls, Mountain Lake, and Red Rock Central, Westbrook Walnut Grove, and then they've lost to Edgerton and Wabasso. The starting lineup for the Rebels, they'll be leading off with the shortstop number 5, Adelie Rosenbrook. Batting second, the left fielder number 10, Sophie Larson. Batting third, today's pitcher number 8, Thea Schneider. Batting fourth, the third baseman number 7, Mary Lou McNabb. Batting fifth, in center field, number 9, Zoe Iverson. Batting sixth, the first baseman number 35, Morgan Winter. Batting seventh, today's designated player number 28, Carly Heesen. Batting eighth, the second baseman number 11, Casey Miller. Batting ninth, the right fielder number 3, Carissa Hurd. And today's flex player, the catcher number 4, Abby Loosebrock. And that's the starting lineup for the Murray County Central Rebels and head coach Elisa Winicky. And now we'll run down the starting lineup for the Lakers. They'll be leading off with the left fielder number 15, Jaden Nelson. Batting second, the right fielder number 9, Kenzie Herrick. Batting third, the first baseman number 17, Olivia Hins. Batting fourth, the catcher number 18, Mackenzie Grunwald. Batting fifth, the second baseman number 14, Tegan Feeney. Batting sixth, today's pitcher number 4, Grace Roush. Batting seventh, the shortstop number 5, Kiera Hins. Batting eighth, the center fielder number 10, Aubrey Roush. Batting ninth, the designated player number 3, Taylor Hins. And today's flex player at third base, number 19, Maya Grunwald. And that's the starting lineup for the Lakers and head coach Chelsea Evans. Almost forgot her name there for a second.
First game of the year.
First game, little rusty.
Little jitters.
So, Mike, it's fun to be back up here, but I think what I'm most excited about, we're going to show the fans at home this, but we've got our camera from the outfield now. Thanks to the Booster Club and the school for, just supporting our stream. We can't do this without funds.
I'm curious how many hours it took you to get this all set up.
To get this all set up?
With the amount of work that it just looks like, it had to be a ton of time.
Yeah, just the setup is probably, you're looking at an hour or so.
That's it?
That's, yeah.
I would have had to take a vacation day to get this all set up.
And that started last night.
Okay.
Come out on my prep.
There you go.
That way when we come out here, we can just kind of roll right into the game.
Yeah, there's nothing like just I walk up into the press booth and you got it all ready to go.
Makes you look good.
Great gig, right?
Oh, so we got the meeting of the umpire and the coaches right now. And then this game is scheduled for a 4:30 start, but it looks like we're going to get started a little bit before that. So looking at the year for the Lakers, they're 0-4 right now. I haven't had a chance to really see them a whole lot, but you've seen all their games so far, Mike. What are some positives that the Lakers have had even in their 0-4 record?
The thing that they've done well is they get off to a poor start. So the games that, with two daughters in the lineup, I've gone to every game so far, and the thing I've seen that just is consistent is the first and second innings, we just struggle to get 3 outs without giving up double-digit runs, or, crooked numbers is what we always called it. But then by the third, the fourth, the fifth inning, they seem to settle down and they get outs, and that helps. So it is, we talked about it last year all the time. You got to be able to throw strikes and make plays. And there was the last game that they played over on the turf, which was really cool, by the way. I think growing up, I would have loved to have been able to play on turf. It was 4-4, I think, at one point, and they had a chance for making the third out, and they didn't get it, and the other team ended up scoring another 12 runs. So it just is a matter of making the plays, and they're very young. The JV team competed this weekend over in Minnesota and did really well. They won one game, and then they played Minnesota, who was always historically, obviously our arch nemesis. And I think the final with them was 9-6, so they stayed right with them. But they're young. I mean, there's only one senior, I believe, on the team.
Wait, two if you could, with our foreign exchange student, Alba.
True. So from that standpoint, there's a lot of youngsters there.
And then only one junior too, right?
Right. Yeah. So if they can keep, get the numbers, keep them coming out, there's potential there. So we'll see what they can do today, and hopefully they can make it a good competitive game and come out with a W on the other side.
Sounds good. So we'll watch for the Lakers and see how they handle the pressure when they get to those 1-2 outs. If they can find a way to make that third out and get out of innings and not extend the game or extend each inning, that'll be key.
Strikes. That's what I told Grace. Grace is pitching, I see today, and that's the one thing I harp on. She rolls her eyes because she knows it. But it's just, if you can start out with a strike and get ahead, good things will happen.
So much easier said than done, though, isn't
Amen.
it?
Amen.
Why don't you just throw strikes?
Yeah.
I mean,
it ain't that hard, right?
What are you thinking?
Especially when you're standing up here.
Right. I also like to thank Lacey True. She's running the camera today for us, so she'll be doing the side view for you. So thank you, Lacey, for coming out. Got a little thumbs up from her.
It'll be interesting to see how many eye rolls we get from Lacey with regards to the commentary that goes back and forth here.
All right, Lakers are now taking the field. We're probably about 1 minute away from first pitch. Oh, this is exciting, Mike. I've been waiting so long for this.
It would be great if it was 75 and sunny, and they could play a little bit later so that we could take advantage of the lights then too.
That would be fun. Yeah, today, I forgot to mention that today is only a single game. A lot of our conference games are double headers, so this is kind of a unique situation for our girls, just one and done.
Yeah, it's a long drive for MCC, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a long drive from there. It's too bad they can't get a couple games in.
Right. But, with all the conference games, you're only allowed 20 games, and so you don't have many.
Probably fill up pretty quick, yeah.
They do. So I'm doing the PA today too, so you're going to hear me announce over the PA, and I'll try to tie that into our live stream as well as I can.
Phil Allum, a man of many talents.
And a master of none.
No, I wouldn't go that far. This setup is phenomenal.
Leading off for the Rebels in the top of the first inning, the shortstop number 5, Adelie Rosenbrook. Almost forgot to switch to the pitch cam. And Grace misses that one low, 1-0. So, Mike, she's going to listen to you and just throw strikes?
One would hope. Oh, swinging strike. That helps.
1-1 the count now to the leadoff batter. We're not doing that. So you have to do it, though.
Yeah, but I didn't push that and it showed up. Oh, on here it shows up, you're saying. I get it. Little tech question for Phil right off the bat.
There we go. 2-1 the count now to leadoff batter, Rosenbrook. That ball misses low, 3-1. Both teams wearing black uniforms on the top, but Murray County Central sticking out with the purple pants. I like that. Little bit of contrast.
There's a strike.
It is nice now being able to see where that pitch is going, isn't it?
Yep. You can almost umpire from up here.
Full count now.
Oh, just a little inside.
No batting. The left fielder, number 10, Sophie Larson.
See if Grace can start out with a couple strikes here to put the pressure on the batter.
Rosenbrook steals. It's up easy. Now runner on second base after the stolen base by Rosenbrook. Larson ahead 1-0 in the count. Watches that one low.
First inning jitters.
That's right.
First game on the diamond, not playing on turf.
Just missing her release point right now.
Yeah.
I mean, the motion, everything is looking good from her, but just releasing a hair too early, just right before she gets to that hip. Got to hold it a hair longer.
It's funny when I try to catch her a little bit, and when there's no batter, it's much easier to throw strikes.
Now the first two batters have walked. That puts runners on first and second. Now batting the pitcher, number 8, Thea Schneider.
Let's see if we can get a ground ball to third base and get a force out. Put at least one out on the board.
There's a nice pitch. Good cut at it from Thea. Number 3 batter, I'd imagine she's got a little bit of power.
One would think.
Pop fly. That one drops in there. There's the sun.
Yeah, that was kind of in no man's land.
That was a tough one. Yeah. It's going to drop in there for a single. Everybody advances, so now we got bases loaded. Now batting the third baseman, number 7, Mary Lou McNabb.
Don't see many purple uniforms.
Not a lot of teams have purple on there.
No.
Their team colors.
The weather makes it feel like football season.
That ball misses outside, 1-0 to the cleanup batter, Mary Lou McNabb. This is a cleanup batter's dream right here. Bases loaded. Time for Roush to, there's a pop fly. That one's going out to left field. Jada Nelson coming in underneath it. That one's gonna drop in there, but still gets an out at first, or at third base. So we score 1. It's gonna go down as a fielder's choice. Now batting. Center fielder number 9, Zoe Iverson.
Well, I must not have pushed it hard enough. I did push it and it beeped.
Yep, that goes 0 first, and then you gotta hit another one. Ground ball. That was just as good as a bunt right there.
Yeah, it was.
And I apologize back home. As far as not getting the camera switched and everything. This is first time running it, so we might have some growing pains as we get into this, but we'll figure it out. Now batting the first baseman, number 35, Morgan Winter.
How many lucky viewers do we have currently?
Looks like we got 8.
Nice.
That ball just off of Feeney's hand. And now McNabb's,
They scored 2 runs out of that, huh?
Yep. So we'll get a single, 2 runs scored, runner over to third base. Now we got runners on first and third, 1 out. Now batting the designated player, number 28, Carly Heesen.
I need some help here.
All right, what do you? Oh, you gave us a run.
Yep,
Got it.
and 1 too many for. And just like that, it's back to normal. That was a ball.
That was a ball, 1-0. And we got runners on first and third.
1 out.
So Morgan Winter's at first base and Zoe Iverson's at third.
See if we can get a ground ball and at least get 1 out here.
Ball misses high. So 2-0 now to Heesen. Ball just misses outside, just off the plate.
Are you going to get any reports? I saw the boys are playing today too.
They are. They don't start till 5 o'clock though, so they have a little bit later start. But we'll be getting some updates. There's a strike. And on that, Morgan Winter steals second. Putting runners now on second and third. 3-1 count. There is 1 out, right? But they don't have an out on the scoreboard.
There is 1 out, yeah. We had that force at third.
Ground ball to the first baseman. Hins grabs it and touches first base, and a run does come in. Zoe Iverson. So every runner advances. I'll have to wait to announce this one. Now batting the second baseman, number 11, Casey Miller.
One more out here. 4 is not an awful number.
No, especially with bases loaded, nobody
Yep.
out, with their leadoff or cleanup batter up. That ball misses low. So yeah, getting out with 4 won't be the end of the world.
Nope, that would be a victory of sorts.
Ball misses outside, a little bit of low. 3-0 now to the number 8 batter, Casey Miller. Morgan Winter is 60 feet away at third base. Ball missing high.
3-0, I always thought that was automatic.
Now batting the right fielder, number 3, Carissa Hurd. And I got force out at first and second. I'm guessing the runner at first, Casey Miller, is going to be going. There's a strike, not going. Suppose you don't really want to make that third out.
No, that's for sure, but I'm betting she's going to go at some point.
And by not make the third out, I mean make it on like a base running error
Right.
mistake.
Give the batter a chance.
Yeah. I believe the count's 0-2.
Oh.
I think he gave a strike on that one. Ground ball. 2 Roush's past her over to Tegan Feeney and gets her out at first.
There, they got out of it with ground ball.
For the Rebels in the top of the first inning, they score 4 runs on 3 hits, 0 errors, and leave 2 runners on base. Due up for the Lakers, Nelson, Herrick, and Hins. All right, so now,
You got music on the...
no,
Oh,
they can hear us talk.
okay. What now did I miss?
Well,
oh,
we just
hits?
got hits.
Does it show hits on there?
On the live stream.
Oh. Oh, there it does. Okay.
Yeah. You're just seeing the normal thing.
This is already proving that if I was running this by myself, it would be complete chaos. And the 8 viewers we have would be down to none.
We're up to 10 now.
Some of those 8 called a few of their friends and said, hey,
These guys are amazing.
they need help.
They're wondering where they can send applications.
Right, yep.
875 Barstead Road, Cottonwood, Minnesota, 56229. Attention, Activities Director Matt Conrad.
It's a grueling interview process, too.
No. Can you breathe?
Yes.
Leading out for the Lakers in the bottom of the first inning, left fielder number 15, Jaden Nelson.
Need some base runners right off the bat. See if we can load them up to get to our number 4 batter.
Have a little bit of work to do now. That one just missed on the inside. You can see already she's got a little bit of speed.
Yeah, I was going to just... Yep, throws a little bit harder.
As a batter, though, you gotta love a hard thrower because it makes it so much easier to hit the ball if you can catch up to it. Because I feel like a slower batter, you're waiting, or a pitcher, you're waiting and waiting and waiting, and that throws off your timing too.
Yeah, everybody's a little bit different. Again, history. When I was growing up, I liked junk throwers. I didn't like the flamethrowers. But everybody's different in what they like to see.
That's a good point. That ball is low. I mean, I batted like a $180, so I don't think it really mattered what I saw. All right, full count here now to our leadoff batter, Jaden Nelson. She's in left field. And draws a walk.
There's a good start.
Leadoff walk. Now batting the right fielder, number 9, Kenzie Herrick.
Kenzie got on base this weekend several times, so let's see if she can keep that streak going.
Shows bunt, pulls back, and Schneider delivers a strike. Try to play a little small ball, get Nelson over to second. Throws down the bunt, but that just goes straight back.
And just like that, 2 strikes.
I'd like to see if that's a sacrifice. You want to get that bat squared around a little bit earlier than that, but maybe she's trying to go for a base hit too, and then that's a different situation also.
I think she was trying to sacrifice.
Ball misses outside, a little bit high.
And this, to me, is one of the hardest things in softball, baseball. So when you get down 2 strikes when you're trying to bunt, and then you got to come back and swing the bat.
That is really hard because you haven't, had a chance to time the batter or the pitcher.
And you got 1 more strike to deal with. Might have got away with one there.
That one was close. 2-2. That ball misses inside. Now a full count to Kenzie.
And just like that, Kenzie proves me wrong. She goes from 0-2 to 3-2. And unfortunately, she takes that one.
That was a nice pitch. Now batting the first baseman, number 17, Olivia Hins.
And Phil is so talented, he's playing walk-up music for the girls for each of their bats.
There's a bunt right back to the pitcher, Schneider. She throws down to second. That's going to go down as a fielder's choice. No outs.
And first and second.
Now wait till you hear this one. Now batting the catcher, number 18, Mackenzie Grunwald. Barbie girl.
Oh boy.
She couldn't pick one, so they picked one for her.
I'm more concerned about what the Roush girls have got for music when they come up to
Theirs are actually more in line with what you like.
Little 80s music?
No, but it's not the hip hop.
Oh, that's good.
No Justin Bieber.
That's good.
That ball misses high, 1-1 now to the catcher, Kenzie Grunwald, one of the 2 seniors on the team.
See if Kenzie can get a base hit here and score a run.
Good cut at that one.
Good swing.
That ball gets to the backstop. And all runners advance 60 feet.
Now a base hit has a good chance to score 2 runs.
Give that a wild pitch. 2-2 the count now to the cleanup hitter. Got the outside corner on that one. That was a nice pitch.
Yep.
Now batting the second baseman, number 14, Tegan Feeney. Ball misses high and outside, 1-0. Big opportunity here for the Lakers to cut this lead in half. Base hit will do it.
Yeah, it'd be a shame to leave 2 runners on second and third in scoring position and not get anything out of it. So, got to get at least 1 here.
This is low. Good eye from Feeney. Didn't go chasing. Sometimes those low ones are enticing.
Yeah. Well, hitters count here. Can pick one out.
Doesn't have to go chasing it. Just look for
Yep.
yours.
Right down the middle. Go after it. That was right down the middle.
But got another chance to go after that same pitch if she sees it again. and draws a walk.
Ooh, good at bat.
Now batting the pitcher, number 4, Grace Roush.
That's acceptable music.
Strike right at the knees. That's a tough one at the knees and inside a little bit.
Yeah, first pitch. Be good to help herself out here with a base hit. And now out on the corner.
Now she's going to have a battle like Herrick did.
Yep.
She was down 0-2 and found a way to get on.
Got to go from offensive to defensive now.
For the Lakers in the bottom of the first inning, 0 runs on 0 hits, 0 errors, and 3 runners left on base. After 1, the Rebels 4, Lakers 0. Do it for the Rebels, Rosenbrook, Larson, and Schneider. Oh yeah, it's okay. Leading off for the Rebels in the top of the second inning, the leadoff batter and shortstop number 5, Adelie Rosenbrook. Rosenbrook led off the game with a walk in the first inning, came around and was one of the 4 runs to score in the first inning. Now she finds herself ahead 2-0.
Falling behind 2-0, need a strike here.
There's a nice pitch.
There we go.
You know, I like the battle from Roush right there. You know, she ended the inning with that strikeout, and she's probably, you know, a little down wanting to get that run in and, you know, just go out there and battle hard, and she's doing it. There's a hit to the first baseman, picked up by Hins, and a U3.
I am pretty confident that that strikeout's going to be on my shoulders when I get home tonight because she wanted to come up here and hit on Sunday.
A batting left fielder, Sophie Luxton.
And it was 25-mile-an-hour winds and 30 degrees, and I said, I just can't go out there in that weather.
And that pitch misses high.
Bad dad.
Not going to get the Dad of the Year award.
Not on Sunday, no.
I don't blame you, though. It was cold.
It was chilly.
Got Larson swinging. Larson also walked, and she was one of the 4 runs.
Well, let's see if we can just keep going opposite of the first inning. Get outs instead of runners.
That makes life a lot easier.
Yep.
That ball misses outside, 2-1. You know, I should probably get a picture of this game before we're done. That ball's roped out to center field between her and the right fielder, picked up by the right fielder, Kenzie Herrick, gets it into second, but wheeling is Larson, and she gets all the way to second base. Give her a double on that one. That was heads up running by Larson. Now batting the pitcher, number 8, Thea Schneider. You won't see the hits pop up there. It's just when we go to the one screen.
Okay.
We can edit it if we need to. But we don't. You don't make mistakes. All right.
What are those called then?
Oh. Just over the third baseman's head. And she was going to get a double out of that one. Larson having to stay at third base.
Let's see a nice little pop-up in the infield here so that nobody can advance.
Now batting third baseman, Mary Lou McNabb. She reached that fielder's choice in her first at-bat. Oops, I forgot to go to the pitch. Struggling. The pitch view. Because I see it there and I think we're there and I forget to change it.
It's first day jitters.
That's right. Got a swinging strike by McNabb. 1-1, Grouch. Grouch, I just combined Grace and Roush.
New name.
New name. Roush battles back, ties it up. Ground ball to the third baseman. That's foul. Hitting the fence right in front of us makes it a little bit louder on the stream.
Thought somebody was trying to break in for a second there.
Not much for them to steal up here.
No.
Just a couple dollars worth of equipment. I like the change up there. Tried to come in with a little bit of different speed on that one, but just again missed her release point. There's a nice strikeout. The second out of the inning. Now batting the center fielder, number 9, Zoe Iverson.
Grace, actually, we were in the gym one time and she was pitching, and she got a short lesson from one of Lakeview's finest.
That goes back to the mound, or to the backstop. Well, that backstop is close, so it's really hard to advance. All right, so story.
Mr. Dahlman actually walked by and decided to come in and give a lesson on how to throw a changeup. Grace actually said it worked pretty good with what he talked to her about. So
that ball goes foul, just out of the reach of first baseman Olivia Hins.
So we'll give Mr. Dahlman a little credit there.
Wow.
Not just a golfer.
Not just a golfer, but also a softball thrower. Pitcher, I guess would be a word. Ball misses high. 2-1.
I think he's got a daughter that plays, so he probably has a little bit of.
He does. Yep. Speaking of the golfers, they're over on the golf course right now in Cottonwood. Tee time was at 4:30.
Who were they facing today?
So I know TMB and who was the other one that's there? I know there's 2 other teams there for sure. And Iverson draws a walk to load them up.
Force at any base, though.
Now batting the first baseman, number 35, Morgan Winter. Morgan's 1 for 1 on the day with a single. Be nice to make her 1 for 2 in this situation. There's a pitch right at the knees.
Just to finish on that golf, I want to know, in a 9-hole competition against Carson, can you beat Carson Bo?
You know, I used to be able to.
No, I didn't ask what used to.
Now, I would have to play my best game, and he would have to have a little off game.
Okay.
He's a quality golfer.
Every time I drive by there, he's out doing something on that course.
That ball rolls in. I call him the Little Toombs, mainly because he never plays holes in a row. He doesn't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He'll do 1, 2, 7, 4, 3, 6. He's just bouncing all around, and that's how Toombs plays golf. That ball goes foul just off the third baseline. Toombs is a man of a lot of knowledge.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff up in that head.
If you want to know anything about sports in Southwest Minnesota and pretty much Minnesota, you can go to him.
Oh, yeah.
That's a rope to the right fielder, Kenzie Herrick. She's giving chase, and that's outside of her reach. That's going to score 3. Winters running for 3, and she makes third base. And the Murray County Central dugout is cheering pretty loud right now.
That ball was hit really well.
Now batting the designated player, number 28, Carly Heesen. Oops. That ball rolls foul to the third base coach. Hitting the fence right in front of us. 0-1 the count. So this is kind of what we talked about in the opening, Mike. This Lakers just had a hard time getting that third out.
Yep, they had 2 outs there. If you get that third out, you're out of it with no runs, and all of a sudden it's 7 instead of 4.
That ball misses low and inside, 1-1. Carly grounded out in her last at bat.
You know, the Lakers lost a lot of key players from last year that graduated.
They did.
There's, at least 5 seniors, I bet, in that group. Little ball?
That was a strike, swinging strike. 1-2.
There you go.
And she gets her out. Just 1, too late, but we'll take it. For the Rebels in the top of the second inning, they score 3 runs on 3 hits, 0 errors, and 1 runner left on base. Do it for the Lakers. Hins, Roush, and Hins. One hit for them.
I did give them one.
They got 2. They're at 7-6. 6 hits. So through. Now we're going to the bottom of the second inning. Rebels leading the Lakers 7-0. I didn't know how to say where we were at in the game. Right now it's been a while. I was like middle of 2. That probably would have been a good word too.
After 1.5.
After that, I was at the after the 1, and I didn't know where we were going with that. But so rundown Rebels 7 runs on 6 hits, 0 errors, and the Lakers were shut out in their first at bat. Had runners on second and third, but couldn't come around, and now they'll have a chance to do it again.
Who's due up for the Lakers?
Got Kira Hins, Aubrey Roush, and Taylor Hins. Excuse me, Taylor Hins. Kira and Taylor are cousins.
So we got multiple cousins on this team, multiple sisters on this team.
Leading out for the Lakers in the bottom of the second inning, the shortstop number 5, Kira Hins. Good eye on that one. That ball just missed the knees. Tell you, Mike, I'm loving that camera view right now.
It's very nice.
Hope everybody at home is enjoying it as well.
What would your walk-up song be?
Ooh, let me think about that. I'll get back to you. Ball misses outside. 2-1. Probably gonna be like a hip hop song, just because it gets me going. Good swing and a nice pitch. I'm gonna go with Nelly, Ride With Me. That ball misses low, full count now to Kira Hins.
Working a full count, making her earn the outs.
What would it be your 80s song? Because I know it's going to be an 80s
Oh, yeah,
song.
I'm sure it would be some Delirious by Prince would probably be right there.
Yeah. And she watches the pitch go by for strike number 3. Now batting the center fielder, number 10, Aubrey Roush. That's a Hooked on a Feeling is that song. If you recognize that one at all.
Wow.
You're impressed with your daughters, I think,
yeah,
this year.
Yeah.
2 balls now to Roush. That one caught the inside corner.
Are you thinking the Timberwolves are going to come out ahead tonight, or?
You know, I haven't watched a lot of them this year, but I've watched their playoff games, and they match up really well with the Grizzlies.
I'm excited to watch that one. 3-1?
You know, yep. And speaking of 3-1, the Timberwolves should be up 3-1.
Yeah. There, work the walk out of that.
Now batting the designated player, number 3, Taylor Hins. Ball high. Loosebrock does a nice job popping out of her stance. And any attempt that Roush thinks she might go to second, Loosebrock is ready to throw that ball down. That ball catches the inside corner, 1-1.
Aubrey gets her speed from her dad, so I don't see them stealing here.
He's slow, huh?
Yeah, he's not fast. That was a good pitch.
Right down the middle, 1-2 now to Taylor Hins. You know, you talk about the age of the Lakers. We got an ninth grader on first base and 7th grader up to bat. She goes down swinging for the second out of the inning. Now batting the left fielder and leadoff batter, number 15, Jaden Nelson. Had good timing on that one. Just keep her eye on the ball on that one. Her bat didn't quite go to the ball on that. But she'll come back here.
Good pitch.
That was a nice pitch.
It's always tough when the first 2 are strikes. You kind of dig yourself in the hole. Ooh, that was pretty close.
Just missed outside. You know, that catcher sets up on the outside and then hits that outside. There's a nice rope to the right field. And Roush is going to go from first to third.
Ooh.
That was a good play. That was closer than I thought it was going to be. Nice relay. Now batting the right fielder, number 9, Kenzie Herrick. That was the first hit for the Lakers.
Now everything's going to come together here.
That's right.
Break the seal. Is that a ball? Strike.
That was a strike, and on the pitch, Nelson steals second.
Second and third again.
Oops. That ball missed outside. You know, one thing I like about Schneider pitching is she's around that strike zone.
Yep.
You know, it's 25 strikes, 23 balls, so, you know, she's consistent, but those balls haven't missed by much.
Nope. Umpires like that too.
The more you live around the zone, you start to get more calls.
Yep.
Good eye by Herrick. Could she do it again? Her first at bat, down 2 strikes.
0-2 and worked out a walk out of it, right?
Yeah. Or a fielder's. No, she got a fielder's choice.
No such luck the second time around.
For the Lakers in the bottom of the second inning, they score 0 runs on 1 hit, 0 errors, and leave 2 runners on base. After 2, the Rebels 7, Lakers 0. Do it for the Rebels, Miller, Hurd, and Rosenbrook.
That was a good throw.
Leading off for the Rebels at the top of the third inning, the second baseman, number 11, Casey Miller. You know, we talked about the pitch count for Schneider. Roush, she's at 50% too, 27 strikes, 28 balls. And there's a ground ball to the second baseman, Feeney. Underhands it to first baseman, Hins for out number 1.
One pitch, one out. Let's see if we can do that 3 times here.
Now batting the right fielder, number 3, Carissa Hurd. Ground ball back to Roush. Step 2 complete. Oh, I forgot to do. Dang it. That ball misses high. Now batting the leadoff batter and shortstop number 5, Adelie Rosenbrook. Too much going on here. So excited if we're going to get the
3 for 3.
3 for 3, and
it was close.
Forgot to announce her batting. Good help is hard to find, Mike.
What are you trying to say?
I'm talking about myself.
Oh,
I'm looking in the mirror on that one.
Oh.
Ground ball back to Roush. 1, 2, 3.
5 pitches, Phil. I was close. I said 3, and it was 5.
We'll take it. For the Rebels in the top of the third inning, they go 3 up and 3 down. Do it for the Lakers, Hins, Grunwald, and Feeney. Yeah, we haven't had a inning like that all game. I mean,
No.
I know it's short. We're only in the third inning right now, but you know the first 2 were fairly long.
My watch died on me today.
Ooh,
Forgot to plug it in last night.
got it. You don't know how many steps you took today.
No, it really bothers you. I don't know how we survived before technology.
I think life just started happening when technology came
It
around.
probably.
Oh. That ball came back quick
little
to
hot.
Schneider,
Yeah.
yeah. Don't think she was expecting that. All right, we're up to 16 viewers right now, moving along.
They're all calling their friends. I guarantee it.
Yeah. Leading out for the Lakers in the bottom of the third inning, the first baseman, number 17, Olivia Hins.
Have you been up here when they've turned the lights on in the softball park yet?
I have,
Okay.
not for a game obviously, but they turned them on last year, like at a football game, kind of like give more light for people
yep.
leaving.
Yep.
That ball just missing. I would say it's equivalent to the baseball field.
Yeah.
I mean, it's how much it lights it up.
Yeah. I know they played a few baseball games last year for the Junior Legion tournament here that was happening under the lights, and it was pretty cool.
Foul tip on that one, 1-1. Yeah, a lot of good upgrades to the grounds here with the additional lighting on both the softball and baseball field. You know,
Yeah, it's cool. It's nice
that
to
ball
see.
is roped right to the left
oh.
field. There's Sophie Larson coming up and makes a heck of a catch.
That was struck well.
Now batting the catcher, number 18, Mackenzie Grunwald.
It's really nice when I walked over here to see the lower field that they put grass on to make it into a 7th and 8th grade baseball field too.
Right, that's another nice change too, because the softball field was too small for them,
Yep.
and the baseball field was too large for them.
And there was no mound. So
Right.
They didn't have a.
You know, when you talk about that all dirt infield, you know, the 7th and 8th graders, they can start to hit the ball pretty hard, and
Yep.
that ball flies on that. That's one thing that head coach Rich, ball is roped to the right fielder,
Holy
and
smokes.
Hurd brings that one in. Now batting second baseman, number 14, Tegan Feeney.
That's the toughest part of this game is you can get up and you can just hit one just terribly and get a base hit, and then you can hit one as hard as you can possibly hit it, and it's an out.
Yeah. Mike Trout just got a triple on a check swing yesterday. Or the
Yeah.
So that's what you're talking about right there. So, Rich Sorbel, the head coach of the junior high, that's one thing he talked about the ground balls, that he's not as afraid for his guys anymore.
Yeah.
But all of this isn't possible without the support of the community of Woodlake and Cottonwood, and they've been very supportive of the school and the endeavors that we try to undertake. So, thank you to all of our viewers in the Lakeview area for your support.
For sure. I remember when Jacob was going through and we talked about getting lights and hearing the cost, and I'm like, boy, that's just a lifelong dream there. And it was pretty cool to see it happen.
And they respond with their 3 up and 3 down. And for the Lakers in the bottom of the 3rd inning, they go 3 up and 3 down. After 3, the Rebels 7, Lakers 0. Do it for the Rebels, Larson, Schneider, and McNabb.
Are we on right now yet? Or?
Oh yeah, we're on.
I did just get a text.
Is this from Corey?
No.
Ooh.
It'd be from the oldest of the Roush girls.
Oh, Savannah.
Yes, and it says, I'm not sure I would call my friends for you guys. So I don't think she's alerting other people to watch at this point. And then
She's just what's the word I'm saying? Not giving her friends the opportunity to partake in this awesome game.
Well, and then she had the gall to say, Mr. Lawham's doing really well.
But nothing about you?
No. So, see the next time she wants a Venmo for something.
Oh, I forgot to do the inning recap. Jeez. See, good help is hard to find, Mike.
Savannah, we'll blame it on Savannah.
Leading out for the Rebels in the top of the 4th inning, the left fielder, number 10, Sophie Larson. Savannah just got us off her game. Ball misses low. Sophie, she's 1 for 1 on the day. One walk and a double. She's the one that turned that single into a double.
Let's see if they can keep that. We talked about before the game, I said the games they've played so far, the first and second innings have been the toughest. And if you look at this first and second, they scored 7 runs, and last inning they didn't score anything. So holding true that it's just tough to get a good start.
Now Roush finds herself behind in this count, 3-0. Hate to block that leadoff batter, so just throw a strike here. It's easy. Just listen to your dad.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's easier said than done.
Not even close.
Now batting the pitcher, number 8, Thea Schneider. Schneider's 2 for 2 on the day. She has a single and a double. We're in the heart of their lineup right now. And off with the pitch. That was a good throw.
And a strike, I believe.
No. Mutt Larson steals second base. That ball misses high. 1-1 the count. 2 of today's pitcher, Thea Schneider. Ground ball just off of Roush's glove. That's going to be a single. Got a courtesy runner. Can't get a number. Hair was in the way. Now batting the third baseman, number 7, Mary Lou McNabb. If you see her number, let me know.
Yeah, I can. Does it look like 1?
We got runners on first and third. We got a or a courtesy runner for Schneider at first base. If we can get her number, we'll certainly pass that along to you. Shows bunt, pulls back, and steals second. Again, I had the count in there on. Now, was that a strike or a ball on that one?
I think it was a ball.
Okay. So now runners on second and third.
It is number 1, courtesy running.
They got a strike on the board, so let's go strike. Number 1 is courtesy running.
Yep.
Courtesy running. Number 1, Emmy Peltola.
Pretty confident you got that last name pronounced right?
I gave him my best shot.
Okay.
If I made a mistake, I apologize. I did ask their coach, before the game. Went through the pronunciations of everything. Foul ball right in front of home plate there, just trickled off to the left of it. One, two, the count.
Yep.
Got Sophie Larson on third base and Emmy Peltola at second.
Just missed.
2-2 the count. Mary Lou McNabb 0 for 2 on the day with a fielder's choice and a strikeout. Foul ball, straight back.
What's the pitch count at this point?
Grace has 72 pitches, 35 strikes, 37 balls.
Oh, pretty good.
We like that.
50-50.
Obviously, you'd like better than that, but you don't want to go lower than 50-50. That one fouled straight back. Pop fly. Coming in is left fielder Jaden Nelson. Just misjudged that that's going to drop in there. And 1 run will score. Probably an error on that one.
Nobody touched it.
True. Okay. Now batting the center fielder, number 9, Zoe Iverson. So we still have runners on first and second.
It's a high fly ball.
Oh,
Another
shoot.
Texas leaguer.
That one drops in there. They're going to score 1 again on another double. I'm just getting caught up on. Now batting the first baseman, number 35, Morgan Winter. All right, no outs right now for the Rebels. They're putting together another crooked number on the board. 2 runs so far have come across. That ball is low. Where the Lakers got to buckle down and try to get an out here.
Yep.
Stop the bleeding.
A nice little infield pop-up just to hold everybody would be great.
There's a nice pitch from Roush. Got Winter to swing over that one. Winter is 2 for 2 with a single and a triple.
I'm thinking the center fielders and right fielders wish they had a visor on right now the way they're.
You talked about the sun being an issue.
Yeah.
And if you think about this spring, they haven't had a lot of chance to practice outside in sun.
No.
It's a whole new ball game.
Yep.
When you have to deal with the sun. That ball misses high. 2-2 to the number 6 batter and the first baseman, Morgan Winter. That ball's fouled down the third base line. Grunwald picks it up in the coach's box.
Strike 3 here.
Ball a little bit low. Still got a chance for strike 3. There it is.
There it is. That's a big out.
That's the first out. Now batting designated player, number 28, Carly Heason. Carly's 0 for 2. She struck out in her last at bat. Right down the middle. Now, the last 4 or 5 pitches from Grace have been amazing. You know, she's buckled down. That ball's roped to the right fielder. That's going to drop in front of Herrick. She gets the ball back in to Roush. That sneaks away from her, but Heason's not going anywhere. She scores 2 runs on the single. And now a runner on first base. Now batting the second baseman, number 11, Casey Miller. There's a pitch right down the middle. Oops. I forgot to switch to the pitch view again. Sorry guys back home, I apologize. Again, first game with this, so it's a learning curve.
Good start, 2 strikes.
I don't think Valley Sports is going to be calling anytime soon.
Oh, they might.
They might.
They might.
Yeah.
Just missed.
That ball misses low. And Grace, she's still throwing very well. You know, the balls that have missed aren't too far off the plate.
She hasn't walked a ton of people. That's good.
And that ball gets to the backstop, and Heason's going to advance to second base. I should have knocked on wood on that one.
Yeah.
I'll take the blame on that one.
Started out 0-2 and now 3-2. There.
Delivers the strikeout punch. Now batting the right fielder, number 3, Carissa Hurd. So 4 runs have come across the plate for the Rebels. Like to keep Heason on the base paths. Ball misses low. Hurd's 0 for 2 on the day. She grounded out in her last at bat. Number 9 batter, like to get her out so we can avoid the top of the inning, or top of the lineup.
Top of the order.
Yeah. Words are tough.
That was a good pitch.
Nice job catching that inside corner. Just got a message. Love the new live stream view.
From Savannah, maybe, or
no? Might be one of them. It was probably Savannah's friend.
Oh yeah, I bet probably.
That she just called and said, "Hey, you guys got to check this out." There's a nice pitch. You know, with our wireless signal, I don't know if you noticed it, we do have a little delay in the video.
Just a little?
Just a little. It's not bad. I mean, it's not anything that's... And while we're talking about that, Roush gets strike 3.
Strikes out the side.
For the Rebels in the top of the 4th inning. They score 4 runs on 4 hits, 0 errors, and leave 1 runner left on base. Do it for the Lakers, Roush, Hins, and Roush.
How many strikeouts does Grace have?
Grace has 5 strikeouts, 5 walks. While we're in here, let's look at Schneider. She has 7 strikeouts and 3 walks. So pretty equal between the two.
I don't think I've been out here since they put the new turf on the batting cage too.
Yeah, that's a nice addition
Yep.
to protect the baseballs and softballs from getting scuffed up on the. So it was a cement pad out there,
Yeah.
which was nice because it made it, you could use it more.
Yeah.
But then you also had the.
It's hard. It's
We
hard
got a
on them.
batter. Leading off for the Lakers in the bottom of the 4th inning, the pitcher, Grace Roush. We missed her song. There we go. Good eye on that one. That was right there, but just
Yeah.
missing the inside.
I think that little ducking out of the way might have fooled the umpire even too.
There's a rope right in front of
Base
the right
hit.
fielder. Roush gets on, helping herself out. Now batting the shortstop, number 5, Kiera Hins. Shows bunt, pulls back. One thing I like, she got that bat squared around early. It allows you to see if it is a ball or strike, too.
Offered at it.
That one was a little bit low. But if you're going to bunt, I prefer you bunt low pitches versus high pitches because you're more likely to pop those high ones up.
Yep, you gotta get the bat out in front of the plate too, and there's an art to bunting.
There's a foul ball just off the third baseline. If you're not involved with the game so much, you would think bunting would be a simple thing, but there's a lot that can go wrong.
It takes a lot of practice.
Actually, bunting is, I talked about my 180 batting average. Bunting was the way I got into the lineup. Followed straight back over the backstop.
It was the little things.
Was the little things. And the courtesy running. See, I could steal bases, I could run the base paths, I just couldn't get myself on.
them.
Nope. So, but just did what, I was happy to be a part of it and just did what I could to help out. And a little change up on that one gets her swinging. Now batting in center fielder, number 10, Aubrey Roush. She shows bunt. And that ball goes to the backstop, allowing Roush to get to second base.
Now a base hit.
So now, what do you think about the location of our camera out there, Mike? Could it go left or right more? Because not temporary, or it's not permanent yet.
I see it's on the golf cart, so it's movable.
It's movable right now if we needed. Oh, what would you think?
Oh,
Just
tough
catches
pitch,
that inside.
I think it's pretty good so far.
Yeah, pretty high tech. You don't know this at home, but the camera's just sitting on a golf cart right now. That ball gets to the backstop, and Roush advances to third base.
Now a base hit scores her sister.
Just swings over the top of that one for out number 2. Now batting the designated player, number 3, Taylor Hins. Just a little behind on that pitch.
Yep.
Ground ball to the third baseman,
Oh.
just off of her glove. Overthrow, but we're going to give a base hit. She had to charge hard on that one.
Yep.
And that was a hard hit ball.
And we get a run out of it.
The Lakers scored their first run of the game with a RBI single from Taylor Hins. Now batting the left fielder, number 15, Jaden Nelson.
Oh, and a base hit.
Yep. That ball is low. I wasn't in the pitch cam. Sorry about that. 1-0 the count. Jaden Nelson's 1 for 1 on the day. She's singled in her last at bat. That ball's high. That ball misses low. You know, that ball scoots away from the catcher. You have a chance on base paths to kind of go, but you got to go right away.
Yep.
And if you hesitate, you got to stay, and that's what Taylor did there.
Gotta anticipate some of that.
Yeah. That ball misses on the outside. That was darn close. But now runners on first and second for Kenzie Herrick. Now batting the right fielder, number 9, Kenzie Herrick. That ball comes back and catches the strike zone. You know, Schneider's been right around the zone, so I didn't expect her to throw a 5th ball in a row.
No. And she had a 7-3 ratio, I think you said before, so it's a pretty good strikeout to walk.
So now 2 outs. Yep, you just heard head coach Chelsea Evans say we got to be aggressive up there, and definitely when you're down 11-1, 2 outs, you can't wait. But you can lay off that high pitch.
Tried to throw a changeup, I think, and it didn't change.
Just held on a hair too long.
It just went up instead of change up.
Yeah. And that was a result of just holding on to that pitch too long. You know, a lot of times young pitchers, they'll change their mechanic on their pitch for a changeup. And strike 3, and we'll come back to that. For the Lakers in the bottom of the 4th inning, they score 1 run on 2 hits, 0 errors, and leave 2 runners on base. After 4, the Rebels 11, Lakers 1. Due up for the Rebels, Rosenbrook, Larson, and Schneider.
I think my idea for your center field cameras, you should make it mobile. So just have that cart going back and forth.
Have
From one pole to the other, one foul pole to the other.
Like they do on the NCAA tournament on the sideline?
Yeah.
Like in the championship game?
That's what we need next is a sideline reporter.
Could do it.
We got to be up to a couple 300, 400 viewers right now, so I'm sure they'll be asking for that at some
Jeez,
point.
we're up to 1,800 now.
Wow.
The friends are calling the friends of the friends now.
Yep.
Just
Savannah's
exploding.
got the whole college campus watching right now.
Yeah. What I was saying about young pitchers, so on a changeup, they kind of change their mechanic to get that changeup to happen. And so the release point gets changed up, and then they release it higher. So.
Yeah. That's repetition.
Leading out for the Rebels at the top of the 5th inning, the shortstop and leadoff batter, number 5, Adelie Rosenbrook.
They used to always call it muscle memory. Gotta get your muscles to remember everything you do.
It's not easy. It's like golfing.
Yeah.
Oh, and number 1? Correction. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Correction, no batting. Number 1, Emmy Peltola. I was like, what's going on? What are we doing? So 2-0 count now to Emmy. We'll see if she takes the field or if she's just a pinch hitter here. Ground ball right up the middle to the shortstop. Kira Hins fires it over to her cousin, pulling her off the base, and that's going to go down as our first error of the game. Another pinch hitter here. And going to second base is Peltola. That was a heck of a throw. We had a ball on that.
I was watching the runner.
Now batting, number 21, Bridget Herrig.
And from the reaction of, there was a strike apparently.
Okay.
From the reaction of the third base coach, she was not supposed to be running.
We'll see if we can catch the third base coach here after the inning and see if they're just pinch hitters or if they're going to be taking the field too. That ball is roped to the left fielder. Right in front of her is Jaden Nelson. Fires over third base. That goes past her, and that's going to allow her to go to second base. So we're going to have a single and then an error on the throw.
Is now batting.
Yeah. Now batting number 18, Grace Williams. So now we got runners on second and third. Nobody out. Clear count. Ground ball to the first baseman. U3 scores a run. Now batting third baseman number 7, Mary Lou McNabb. So that scores 1 run for the Rebels, increasing their lead 12-1. There's a nice pitch from Roush. Gets the swinging strike from McNabb. 1 for 3 on the day, singled in her last at bat. Ball catches the corner. 0-2.
Staying right at that 50-50 mark in strikes versus balls.
She's above that 50-50 mark. Yeah, 55-46 now.
Look at that.
It was 55-45 right before that pitch. You know, if we take out the runs on 2 outs, this game is a lot closer.
Yeah.
That part that we talked about at the beginning of the game where just got to close out those innings. You can get those first 2 outs, but those third ones have been tough to get. So 1-2 count now to McNabb. That ball bounces in front of Grunwald. Does a nice job keeping the ball in front of her, not allowing Herrig to come home or even think about going home.
Nope, didn't even cross her mind.
That ball is roped out to the center fielder. Roush going back over her. That one rolls to the fence. And McNabb is going to be in with a stand-up triple. So she replaces McNabb, or no, it was Herrig on the base paths. One more.
They scored 2 on that, didn't they?
No, they're at 13. There you go. Now batting center fielder Zoe Iverson.
Oops, I did screw it up then.
There we go.
My apologies.
That's okay.
Well, and that was a ball?
That was a ball. We haven't made any mistakes yet, so we've done well through
No.
5.
Yeah.
That ball is low. 2-0 to Iverson. She's 2 for 2 on the day. A single, walk, and a double.
I'm going to say we're going to make 50% less mistakes than we would have normally since there's only 1 game.
Her snap's just getting a little bit slower right now, too, from Roush.
Yeah, over 100 pitches, might be getting a little fatigued.
Yeah, let's say the fatigue is kicking in a little bit. There's a nice one. So Rebels leading Lakers 13-1 here in the top of the 5th inning. 1 out. Runner on third base. Oh, drops right in front of shortstop Kira Hins. That was a tough play to make. Now batting the first baseman, number 35, Morgan Winter. Oh, pinch hitter. Now batting number 6, Elise Balzine. That ball's low, and Iverson goes to second base. Rebels have scored 3 runs so far in the top of the 5th. That ball catches the corner, 1-1. I don't think the base runners interfere with the camera, do they?
No, I think it's pretty good. Let's see if we can get an out here.
Ball's high, 2-1.
I think we need the fans behind the plate to start doing a wave or something just to get them going.
There's a ground ball right to Roush. Heads up play, gets the out at first to Olivia Hins. Iverson advances to third base. Now batting designated player, Carly Heason. That ball misses high. 1-0 to the number 7 batter. Ground ball to the third baseman, Maya Grunwald. Comes up, fires across the mound. And
got the out.
That's how you do it. For the Rebels in the top of the 5th inning, they scored 3 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors, and leave 1 runner on base. Do it for the Lakers, Hins, Grunwald, and Feeney.
What are you trying to do?
Are they all re-entering? Okay, they're all re-entering. So we just got word that those were pinch hitters for the Rebels. So Atalia Rosenbrook, Sophie Larson, and Thea Schneider will be coming back in. Schneider will do the pitching. Leading out for the Lakers in the bottom of the 5th inning, the first baseman, number 17, Olivia Hins. All right, we need 4 runs here, Mike, in this inning.
Yep, they need to really break out the bats and put a big crooked number up there to keep it going.
There's a line drive just outside the base path in foul territory. One thing I'm noticing right now, Mike, it's starting to cool off a little bit.
It is chilly.
But I look back to where we were 2 years ago, and I'll take this 9 times out of 9.
What was it 2 years ago?
We had nothing. We were shut down.
Very true. Yeah, isn't that crazy to think what it was 2 years ago and to where we are now?
Yeah. Come a long ways, which is good.
Yep.
Ground ball to the right side, foul territory.
I know they're trying to put together a summer softball team for the high school kids.
All right. Lakers baseball is up 6-2 after 2. They're playing Dawson Boyd. Just got a text message on that. That ball goes foul over in the outfield on the right field fence. That one's going to catch the basketball court.
Really working the pitcher on this one.
And gets her with a changeup. That was a nice pitch.
Yep.
Now batting, the catcher, number 18, Mackenzie Grunwald.
Mackenzie hit the ball hard last time, too.
And didn't get rewarded
Nothing
for it.
to show for it, no.
That one goes foul over the backstop. There's a nice pitch catching the inside corner.
It's starting to green up out here, too.
That,
A little warm weather, and the lawnmowers will be moving pretty quickly, I bet.
I just had mine serviced the other day. I just got a new one last year, and I could not get the oil filter off. That thing was on there
Locked
super
on there
tight.
tight?
Oh my gosh. Tried and tried and tried, and Randy Finger is hop, skipping, and jump away, and so Randy, have at her.
Need some help.
Yeah, I know when to wave the white flag.
Yeah.
Good eye by Grunwald, battled back, down 0-2 now, and ties it up, or evens it up at 2-2. And just like that, we got a full count.
Need some base runners.
Base hit, ball 4, we'll take either one. And the way Schneider's throwing, I'm guessing it's gonna have to be a base hit though. And a pop fly to the right field. Their Hurd is underneath it and hauls it in for out number 2. Now batting the second baseman, number 14, Tegan Feeney. The Lakers are down to their final out.
This will have to be one of the greatest two-out rallies in the history of Lakeview softball.
Ball misses high, a little bit outside.
Good start.
It's nice to see you don't go chasing it. I mean, you want to be aggressive, but you don't want to chase anything bad.
Well,
There's a ground ball to the first baseman. Winter fields it and touches first base, and that'll do it. And that's the end of the ball game. The Murray County Central Rebels 14, Lakeview Lakers 1. For the Rebels, they score 14 runs on 13 hits, 0 errors, and leave 5 runners on base. The Lakers score 1 run on 3 hits, 2 errors, and leave 7 runners on base. Your time of the game, 1 hour and 20 minutes. Thanks for coming out to tonight's game, and please drive home safely. All right, Mike, so Lakers fall 14-1 to the Rebels. And kind of the recap of the game is that 2 outs.
yep.
You know, they just couldn't get those third outs and kind of had some innings explode on them.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it at the beginning too. They're very young, and there was a few fly balls that, if they're a little bit older and more seasoned, they probably make that play, and just not a lot of experience out there yet. So it's going to take a lot of practice and a lot of games, and just keep playing.
That's right. We saw a lot of good things out of the Lakers today. Next game they play on Thursday.
At McRae, I believe.
They do. So our next stream, we will have the boys game on Thursday versus boys baseball versus Minneota. That first game will start at 4:30. So we thank you for joining us for today for non-conference softball between the Murray County Central Rebels and Lakeview Lakers. Rebels win 14-1.